At a public meeting on Friday night, there was uproar as Sadiq Khan branded some ULEZ opponents far right and vaccine deniers. This was at the London Mayor's People's Question Time in Ealing, West London. Tensions have been running high for months over the expansion of the Ultra-Low Emission Zone, where £12.50 is charged for driving polluted vehicles and is due to cover all London boroughs from August. Critics, including London Labour MPs, have branded the policy a tax rate and warned it would price critical workers and others who have no choice about using vehicles out of the capital. During the bad-tempered session last night, Mr. Khan compared the situation over ULEZ to complaints before the ban on smoking in public places was introduced in 2007. He then said,
"What I find unacceptable, though, is some of those who've got legitimate objections joining hands with some of those outside who are part of a far-right group who are... Some of those outside, let's be frank, let's call a spade a spade.
Due to copyright law, we have to split the footage up, the Mayor continued.
Some of those outside are part of the far right, some are COVID deniers, some are vaccine deniers, and some are Tories.
Look, hang on.
As you can hear, at that point, the objections to what he was saying became so loud that the chairman had to intervene and warn that the meeting might have to be broken up. Khan then continued.
Now, to those people who've got legitimate concerns,
excuse me, no heckling. And if you do right, I will get some people removed, please. Okay? Let's hear what the Mayor has to say.
Now, so for those who've got, and there are people with legitimate concerns, we're seeking to address those, and we'll carry on listening to make sure we make the ULEZ a success.
The Tories' deputy leader at City Hall, Peter Fortune, shot back at Mr. Khan. If you disagree with the Mayor, he's going to paint you as far right. He's going to say you're a flat earther. He doesn't want to address the fact you've got legitimate concerns. He claimed the real issue behind the ULEZ scheme was the need to prop up Transport for London, TfL, which runs the city's buses and underground, adding, it's about finance. This is about the mismanagement of TfL. Khan never talks about the financial impact on working people. He never wants to address that because the reality is he's filling the financial hole in the TfL that he created with excessive borrowing, followed by unsustainable interest repayments. Another Tory member of the London Assembly, Nick Rogers, said afterwards that Mr. Khan's comments were some of the most disgraceful I have ever heard from any politician, adding, labelling those that oppose his ULEZ expansion as far right is not okay. If he can't hack the pressure of being mayor, he should resign.
What I find unacceptable, though, is some of those who've got legitimate objections joining hands with some of those outside who are part of a far-right group who are... Some of those outside, let's be frank, let's call a spade a spade. Some of those outside are part of the far right, some are COVID deniers, some are vaccine deniers, and some are Tories.